Hi, this is 5 Minutes with Mary. I am Mary. This is Season 2. Who knew that the Paycheck Protection Program would change? First, it changed from 8 weeks to 24 weeks. Payroll is now 60%. Rent, mortgage, and utilities will equal 40%. The reconciliation will start 24 weeks after you receive your loan. At the latest, it will be December 31st, 2020. You can write off your employees' taxes at 7.65%, worker comp, state and local taxes. I suggest using a payroll processing company because it will be easier to complete the PPP loan forgiveness. Also, the new rules state that at this time you are not able to write off the expenses listed on the forgiveness application. To translate, if you are forgiven $100,000 in payroll, taxes, rent, etc., you can't list those expenses on your corporate tax return or your Schedule C. This shouldn't be a problem since most companies had a huge loss or drop in income due to the COVID-19. I suggest purchasing assets such as equipment, etc., remodeling, leasehold improvements. The new laws of 2018 allow for the total write-off of these new equipment. Who knows what new laws Congress will enact by the end of the year? The one downfall of the loan forgiveness is timing. If your forgiveness is not at 100% and the SBA does not notify you of this for, let's say, 6 months after you reconciled your expenses, how do you complete your corporate tax return? You can do one of two things. File as if you received 100% forgiveness. This means not including the forgiveness amount. You can always amend the return later if you did not receive 100% forgiveness. Number 2, if you know for sure that you will only qualify for 60% forgiveness, then only write off only 40% of your expenses. Please remember also, if you have decided to delay the employer FICA tax, this stops the day your loan has been forgiven. Otherwise, the first payment of your delayed FICA tax is December 31st, 2021, and the second payment, December 31st, 2022. Personally, I advise my clients to not defer the FICA tax. Too many unknowns, plus the PPP program should cover all of your payroll expenses. What if your cash flow drops or the invoicing slows up? You have to treat the PPP program the same way as a nonprofit treats a grant. There are strict requirements that you have to adhere to. A second PPP loan is needed by the end of June or sometime early July. Companies have used up most of the money. Opening up will cost more money than what they have. The PPP program has been good but short-sighted. You can send your questions to askmary101@yahoo.com. askmary101@yahoo.com. I will answer as many questions as I can on my next podcast. Thank you. Well, that's it for 5 Minutes with Mary today.